My fiancé snapped. Ugh, stop talking about kids, maybe with someone else. I said, oh? Then I booked a fertility consult, alone, and updated my will's beneficiaries. When she saw the attorney's email naming future children unknown, she finally asked who I was planning them with. I, 35 male, am sitting here with my laptop, estate planning documents spread across my dining table, and honestly, everything makes sense now. 3 weeks ago, my fiancée Cora, 33, and I were having dinner. Normal Tuesday. I mentioned my coworker just had his second kid. Made some comment about hoping we'd have that someday. Pretty standard couple talk, right? Cora slammed her fork down. Ugh, can you stop talking about kids already? What? We've always planned on having them. Maybe you have. Maybe you should have them with someone else then. The casualness of it, like she was suggesting I try a different restaurant. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Just processing. She went back to eating. Subject dropped, but that sentence kept replaying. Maybe with someone else. Not, I don't want kids. Not, let's wait. Specifically suggesting I have them with another person. Present tense. While we're engaged. For context, kids were always the plan. First date, we talked about wanting families. When I proposed last year, we literally discussed timing. She wanted to wait until after the wedding, get settled, then start trying. I'd mentioned kids maybe once a month, usually in passing. Not obsessive. Normal future planning stuff. That night I couldn't sleep, kept thinking about her phrasing, the dismissiveness, the anger over something we'd supposedly agreed on. Wednesday morning, she acted normal. Kiss goodbye, have a good day, see you tonight. Like she hadn't just torpedoed our entire future planning. I made some calls that lunch break. Call 1. Fertility clinic, not for us, for me. Booked a consultation to discuss sperm banking and future planning as a single man. They had an opening Monday. Call 2, my attorney. Had him from a previous real estate thing, asked about updating my will. Current beneficiaries, Cora, 60%, my brother Dex, 40%. Wanted changes. Call 3, financial advisor, reviewing my premarital assets, making sure everything's properly documented as separate property. Cora came home that night all smiles, made dinner, talked about her friend's promotion. Zero mention of the kids comment. I played along. Thursday, she brought up the wedding venue. Cora, so the deposit is due next week, $5. What do you mean, Just thinking about budgets. We already decided on this place. We decided on a lot of things. She gave me a look but didn't push. I didn't send the deposit. Friday, got an interesting text from her friend Piper. Hey, weird question. Cora said you guys aren't doing kids, but weren't you super into that? When did she tell you this? Like, months ago? She said you changed your mind. Months. Ego. Thanks for the heads up. Wait, you didn't change your mind? No. Oh shit. So Cora had been telling people for months that we weren't having kids, that I'd changed my mind, while telling me we'd start trying after the wedding. The deception was breathtaking. Update 1 Monday, hit different. Went to the fertility consultation alone. Weird experience. NGL. Doctor was professional, explained options for preservation, future family planning as a single parent or with a future partner. Set up an appointment for next week to bank samples. Insurance covers part of it, surprisingly. Got home to find Cora going through wedding magazines. Cora, where were you? You said you'd be home by 6. Appointment. Cora. What appointment? Medical thing. Are you sick? Nope. Planning for the future. She looked confused but dropped it. Went back to her magazines, circling centerpieces we'd never need. Tuesday, the attorney sent documents for review. New will structure. Brother Dex, 40%. Future children, biological or adopted, 50%. Charity, 10%. Cora, 0%. The language was specific. Future children, whether known or unknown at time of death, biological or legally adopted by testator. Left the email open on my laptop accidentally when I went to shower. Heard Cora yell from the living room. What the hell is this? Me walking out into lit. What's what? This email. Future children unknown, you wrote me out? Me? Oh, the will update. Yeah. You can't just change your will. Actually, I can. It's my will. We're getting married. Her face went pale. What's that supposed to mean? You told me to have kids with someone else. I'm planning accordingly. I was just frustrated. You told Piper months ago we weren't having kids, that I changed my mind. Caught. Her mouth opened and closed like a fish. I was gonna tell you. When? After the wedding? After I'd signed up for a lifetime of no children? You're being dramatic. I'm being practical. You don't want kids with me. Message received. She spent the night at Piper's. Good, I had documents to sign. Wednesday, she came back with reinforcements. Her sister Gemma. Gemma, you're seriously ending things over hypothetical kids? They're not hypothetical to me. Cora just needs time. She's had 3 years, and apparently months of lying about it. She loves you. She loves the idea of me, the wedding, the lifestyle, the stability, not the actual future we planned. Cora, that's not true. Then why tell people I don't want kids? I didn't want them to judge me, so you threw me under the bus instead? Silence. Look, can't you compromise? Maybe 1 kid? She said 0, made it clear. Maybe I could consider 1, eventually. I'm not negotiating for children like they're a car purchase. They left after more circular arguing. But Thursday, Cora tried a new strategy. Came home to her in lingerie, candles, wine. Cora, let's forget this whole thing. Focus on us. There is no us without honesty. I'm being honest now. No, you're panicking because the wedding deposit is due tomorrow. Bullseye. Her seductive face crumbled. You're really gonna cancel our wedding? What wedding? We want different futures. I picked out my dress. Me should have picked honesty instead. She threw a wine glass. It shattered against the wall. I started recording on my phone. You need to leave. This is my home too. Your name isn't on the deed. You're a guest who just threw a glass at the wall. I wasn't aiming at you. Still property damage. Leave or I call the police. She left, but not before. You'll regret this. I'll make sure of it. Update 2 Friday morning, woke up to 12 missed calls from my mom. What did you do to that poor girl? Morning to you too, Mom. Cora called crying, said you're leaving her because she can't have children. The audacity. Me, she can have children. She doesn't want them with me. She said she has fertility issues. She's lying, Mom. She told me to have kids with someone else. Maybe she meant adopt. She's lying. Took 20 minutes to convince her. Then Dad called. Then my aunt. Cora had started a phone campaign, painting herself as infertile and me as the villain, abandoning her over a medical condition. I sent the family group chat one text. Cora is not infertile. She chose not to have children and lied about it. Please don't believe her narrative. Then muted it. Had bigger problems. Got to work to find HR wanted to see me. HR, we received a concerning call about your behavior. Me. From my ex-fiancée? You know who called? Educated guess. What did she claim? That you're exhibiting erratic behavior, making threats. She's concerned about your mental state. I pulled out my phone, showed them the video of her throwing the glass. Who's exhibiting erratic behavior? I see. We'll note this as a domestic dispute. No action needed. Strike 1, failed. Saturday, found out she'd been more creative. My neighbor knocked. Neighbor man, just FYI, some woman was here yesterday asking questions about you. What kind of questions? Neighbor, if you bring women home, if you party, weird stuff. Said she was from a background check company for your work. What did you tell her? Neighbor, to get lost. Seemed sketch. So she was trying to build some kind of case. For what I wasn't sure yet. Sunday revealed the plan. Got served with papers. She was suing me for breach of promise to marry and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The damages she wanted, $75. Her wedding deposits that weren't paid, emotional trauma, and loss of consortium. I actually laughed. The server looked uncomfortable. Me, thanks for this. Have a good day. Called my attorney immediately. Attorney, breach of promise? What is this, 1950? These claims are garbage. Counter-sue for defamation over the infertility lies. Me, let's do it. But Cora wasn't done. Monday morning, walking to my car, found all 4 tires slashed. Security footage? Conveniently corrupted from 2 to 5 a.m. Filed a police report. Couldn't prove it was her, but come on. Tuesday, the fertility clinic called. Clinic. Mr. Last name? Someone called, claiming to be your fiancé, trying to cancel your appointment. Me, I don't have a fiancé. Please note that unauthorized persons are trying to interfere with my medical care. Noted. See you Thursday. Wednesday, came home to find Cora inside my house with a locksmith. "Hey, what are you doing? Changing the locks on my house." Locksmith, she said she lost her keys. "She doesn't live here, I own this house, here's the deed." Showed him the documents on my phone. "Ma'am, I can't continue this. I'm his fiancée, I have rights. You have no rights. You're trespassing." Locksmith packed up and left. Cora didn't. "You can't just erase me. Watch me. I'll tell everyone what you really are." "What's that?" "A manipulative bastard who led me on. I wanted kids. You knew this. You lied about it. I changed my mind and lied about it because I knew you'd leave." There it was, the admission. "So you tried to trap me in a marriage under false pretenses? I loved you. You loved what I represented. Stability, security, a wedding. Not me." She started crying, not sad tears, angry tears. "I gave you 3 years. Based on a lie. You'll die alone. Better than living a lie." Update 3. The resolution Thursday did my appointment at the fertility clinic. Weird milestone, but felt like taking control of my future. That evening, Cora made her final play. She showed up with her parents, full intervention mode. "Son, let's talk man to man. We're not family, Rick. You're throwing away something special. I'm avoiding a lifetime of deception." Cora made a mistake. She knows that now. It wasn't a mistake, it was months of deliberate deception. She was scared. Of what? Honesty? "I was scared of losing you. So you lied to keep me? How'd that work out?" "She'll have 1 child. Compromise." "I wanted 3. She wanted 0. 1 isn't a compromise, it's a hostage situation." "You're being cruel." "I'm being honest. Something your daughter couldn't do." Then Cora played her last card. "I'm pregnant." Everyone froze. "No, you're not. I took a test." Show me." "I threw it away." "Convenient. Take another one." "I don't have to prove anything." "You're right. You don't, because we haven't had sex in 3 weeks since you told me to have kids with someone else." Her parents looked at her and cabre. The lie was obvious. "Cora, are you pregnant or not?" I might be." "Cora." "Fine, I'm not, but I could be." "We're done here. Leave my property or I call the police." They left. Rick looked disgusted. Diane was crying. Cora was screaming about lawyers and lawsuits. Friday, my attorney called. Her lawyer dropped her. The fake pregnancy claim was the last straw. So the lawsuit? Dead in the water. We're proceeding with the defamation countersuit. Saturday, got a text from Piper. "Piper, Cora's lost it. She's telling everyone you're gay and that's why you want kids without her." That's creative. Nobody believes her anymore. The pregnancy lie was too much. Sunday, peace. Actual peace. Changed my locks with a reputable company, installed cameras, started packing up the few things Cora had left. Final update. It's been 2 months now. The dust has settled in the most predictable way. Cora's lawsuit went nowhere. Her lawyer officially withdrew after the fake pregnancy stunt. She tried to represent herself, which went about as well as you'd expect. Judge dismissed everything with prejudice. Can't refile. My defamation countersuit? Settled out of court. Her parents paid $15,000 to make it go away. Apparently they were horrified by her behavior and wanted it over. Used the money to pay off my car. The fertility preservation? Done. Weird peace of mind knowing that's handled. Already talking to an adoption attorney too, exploring options for the future. Single dad path isn't easy, but it's honest. Cora? Spiraled hard. After her parents cut her off, the fake pregnancy was their limit. She moved in with Gemma. That lasted 2 weeks before Gemma kicked her out for trying to seduce Gemma's husband. Yeah, she went there. Last I heard from Piper, Cora was dating some guy she met at a bar. Already talking marriage after 3 weeks. Told him she never wanted kids anyway. He has 2 from a previous marriage. That's gonna end well. She texted me once last month. "I could have given you everything. Except honesty and children. You'll realize what you lost." "I lost a liar. I'm good with that." She didn't respond. The ring? Sold it. Legally mine since she broke the engagement under false pretenses. Used part of the money for a vacation. Went hiking solo in the mountains. Met a woman there. Funny enough. Iris has a 6-year-old daughter. We're taking things slow, but she laughed when I told her the story. Said at least you found out before the wedding. My family came around once the truth was clear. Mom apologized for believing Cora initially. Dad just said, "Dodged a bullet, son." The house feels different now. Lighter, redecorated the spare room, the one Cora used as her meditation space. It's set up as a kid's room now. Optimistic? Maybe, but it feels right. Moral of the story? When someone tells you to have kids with someone else, take them literally. They're telling you exactly who they are and what your worth is to them. The entitlement to think she could lie her way through marriage, trap me in a childless future, then play victim when caught, that's not love, that's manipulation. And kids? They're not negotiable when they're your dream. They're not something you compromise on or lie about. They're future humans who deserve to be wanted by both parents. The will? Updated and finalized. Future children unknown remains. Because someday, somehow, they won't be unknown anymore, and they'll be wanted, fully, honestly, no lies required. My fiancée sold my late father's watch for our future without asking, then bought designer shoes. I said, "I understand your priorities." Then I reported the watch as stolen since it was in my name. When the pawn shop called the police, her future included a criminal record. I, 29 male, discovered what my fiancée Brooke, 20s, did last Thursday when I went to grab my dad's Omega Seamaster from the safe. The safe was open. The watch box was there, but empty. For context, my dad passed away 3 years ago from pancreatic cancer. That watch was the last thing he gave me. Bought it with his first big commission check in 1992. He wore it every single day until he couldn't anymore. Then he put it in my hands and said, "This stays in the family." I called Brooke immediately. She answered all cheerful. "Hey babe, you'll never guess what I found at Nordstrom Rack." "Where's my father's watch?" Silence. Then, "Oh, I was going to talk to you about that tonight." "Talk to me now." Well, it was just sitting there collecting dust, and Jerome offered me $8,000 for it. That's almost enough for the wedding photographer we wanted. Jerome, her cousin who runs a luxury goods exchange, fancy word for pawn shop, downtown. "You sold my dead father's watch to your cousin for wedding money." "It's not like that. I mean, yes, but I used some of it for something special for me too. Self-care is important before a wedding, you know? And these Louboutins were 60% off. I hung up, went straight to the filing cabinet where I keep important documents. Found what I needed. The insurance paperwork for the watch, listing me as the sole owner, along with the serial number and photos. Also found the receipt from when Dad had it serviced 2 months before he died. All in my name. Called the police non-emergency line. I need to report a stolen watch. Omega Seamaster, worth approximately $12,000. I have all the documentation. They took the report. I gave them Jerome's shop info, mentioned I suspected it might be there. The officer said they'd send someone to check. Then I sat on my couch and waited. Brooke got home around 7 p.m., carrying 3 shopping bags and wearing what I assume were the new shoes. Red soles. She was all smiles until she saw my face. "Why do you look like someone died?" "Oh. Wait, are you seriously still upset about the watch?" "I'm not upset." "Good, because I actually have amazing news. Genevieve can fit us in for engagement photos next month if we put down the deposit tomorrow." "We're not taking engagement photos." She laughed. Actually laughed. "Don't be dramatic. I know you're attached to old things. But..." My phone rang. Local PD. "Mr. Morrison, we've located your watch at Premier Luxury Exchange. The owner confirmed receiving it from a Brooke Hawthorne. We'll need you to come verify it's yours and we'll be pursuing charges for receiving stolen property and theft." "Understood. I'll be there in 20 minutes. Brooke's face went white. "What are you doing?" "I reported it stolen. Because it was. It's in my name. You had no right to sell it." "Are you insane? I'm your fiancée." Ex-fiancée. The shoes clicked frantically as she followed me to the door. "You can't be serious. It's just a watch. I did this for US, for our future." "No, you did it for $8,000 in designer shoes. Jerome is my family. You're gonna get him arrested over some stupid mantique?" "Jerome's a grown man who should verify ownership before buying $12,000 watches." She grabbed my arm. "If you do this, we're over." Already there. I left her screaming in the hallway. Update 1, didn't expect this to blow up. Quick answers. Yes. This is real. No, we didn't have joint accounts, thank God. Yes, I got the watch back. Now for the update y'all want. Jerome was pissed. Not at Brooke, at me. He got charged with receiving stolen property. His shop got searched. Turns out my watch wasn't the only item with questionable provenance. Who would have thought? But the real show started when Brooke got arrested at her job. She's a marketing coordinator at a tech startup. You know, the kind that has vibes instead of HR policies. 2 officers showed up at their open plan office during their Monday morning stand-up meeting. I know this because her coworker Trevor posted about it in our mutual Discord server. He didn't know we'd broken up yet. Yo, Brooke just got arrested at work. This is insane. She called me from holding. I didn't answer. She called again and again. On the 19th call, yes, I counted, I picked up. You evil bastard, I'm in jail. Okay. I've been here for 6 hours. They took my shoes. The Louboutins? This isn't funny. I need bail. It's $3,000. Sounds like you need to call someone who has $3,000. I'll lose my job. Probably. My parents will kill me. Doubt it. Please. I'm sorry, okay? I made a mistake. Can't you just tell them it was a misunderstanding? It wasn't, though. You knew exactly what you were doing. You waited until I was at work, opened my safe with a combination you shouldn't have had, took my property and sold it to buy yourself shoes. I bought them for the wedding. What wedding? We're not getting married. She started sobbing. The ugly kind. 2 years, you're throwing away 2 years over a watch? No, I'm throwing away 2 years over you being a thief who thought I was too much of a pushover to do anything about it. I hate you. Cool, stop calling me. But the calls didn't stop, they escalated. Her mom, Deidre, called next. This woman, imagine every entitled parent's story you've read. Add leopard print and wine breath. How dare you traumatize my baby girl? You're gonna march down to that police station right now and fix this. No. Excuse me? I said no. Your daughter stole from me. She's facing consequences. It's a watch. My daughter's future is worth more than some old watch. Then maybe you should have taught her not to steal. She didn't steal. She was planning your wedding. With my property, without asking, while buying herself designer shoes. Those were on sale. I hung up. Then came Brooke's dad, Robert. Former Marine, current disappointment. Son, let's handle this man to man. Sure, your daughter's a thief. Now hold on. No, you hold on. Would you let someone steal your service medals? Your grandfather's flag? No? Then don't expect me to let someone steal my father's watch. Silence. Then, she said it was just sitting in a safe. So is the Constitution. Doesn't mean you can hawk it for shoe money. He actually chuckled. You're really done with her? Completely. Can't say I blame you, but her mother's making my life hell. Not my problem anymore. The best part came Tuesday morning. Brooke made bail. Deidre put it on a credit card and immediately went nuclear on social media. When someone shows you who they really are, believe them. 2 years wasted on a sociopath who cares more about things than people. Narcissistic abuse, hack survivor, new beginnings. Attached was a photo of her mugshot. She thought it made her look sympathetic. It did not. The comments were brutal. Girl, you posted your own mugshot? Wait, you got arrested and he's the problem? What did you do? She kept doubling down. I sold one item to pay for our wedding, and he had me arrested. Classic abuser behavior. Someone who knew the story chimed in. Didn't you steal his dead dad's watch and buy shoes with the money? Brooke, it was in our house. How is that stealing? Because it wasn't yours? She deleted the post. Made another one. Taking a social media break to heal from trauma. Real friends know the truth. The real friends were texting me asking what actually happened. Update 2, Jerome's in deep trouble. That search warrant turned up 3 stolen laptops, jewelry from a burglary 2 months ago, and a bunch of items reported missing from various exes of his clients. Brooke's little theft opened Pandora's box on her cousin's whole operation. But that's not even the wildest part. Thursday night, I'm at home packing up Brooke's stuff. She'd been living with me for 8 months, when there's aggressive banging on my door. It's Deidre, and she's brought backup. Brooke's sister Qley, 25, and their grandmother, Rose, 73. Rose is using a walker, but somehow manages to push past me into my apartment. Where's Brooke's hope chest? Her what? The wooden chest from her bedroom. It has all her childhood memories. I pointed to the boxes. Everything's in there. No wooden chest. Deidre started tearing through boxes, throwing my late father's books around, spilling everything. You probably sold it, just like you're trying to ruin her life. Please leave. Not until we get what's ours. Qley was filming everything on her phone. This is going viral. Abusive ex won't return family heirlooms. I pulled out my phone and called 911. I have 3 people who forced their way into my apartment and won't leave. Rose suddenly clutched her chest. My heart, the stress, I need my pills. Deidre screamed, "You're killing my mother." The cops arrived to find Rose miraculously recovered, Deidre elbow deep in my closet, and Qley narrating to her phone about toxic masculinity. He invited us in, then called the police. Deidre shrieked. I showed them my doorbell camera footage of them forcing their way in. All 3 got trespassed. Rose called me a horrible little man as they escorted her out. Friday, Brooke showed up at my work. Our security is pretty good, so she couldn't get in, but she stood outside with a sign that said, "Alex Morrison destroyed my life over a watch." Security called the cops. She got arrested again for violating the no-contact order that came with her theft charge. Deidre called from a blocked number. "You're gonna pay for this. I know people. Your daughter knows people too. One of them's named Jerome. He's looking at 5 to 10. She hung up. Saturday was quiet. Too quiet. Sunday, I woke up to 89 missed calls from an unknown number. It was Brooke's dad. "You need to see this." He texted me a link to a crowdfunding page. Help Brooke rebuild after domestic abuse. Goal, $15,000. The description was, "Creative. My ex-fiancé had me arrested for trying to pay for our wedding. He called the police on my elderly grandmother. He's trying to destroy my family because I bought shoes. This is financial abuse. I need money for legal fees, therapy, and to start over. Every dollar helps a survivor." She'd raised $37. The single comment, "Didn't you steal his dad's watch?" But here's where Brooke really messed up. In her description, she admitted to taking and selling the watch. In writing, with details. I screenshot everything and sent it to the prosecutor handling her case. "Thanks," was all he replied. Monday morning, Brooke's lawyer called me. Not Brooke, her lawyer. "Mr. Morrison, my client is willing to make this all go away. How generous of her. She'll pay you back the $8,000 if you drop the charges." The watch was worth $12,000, and she doesn't have $8,000. She can make payments. From prison? Be reasonable. A criminal record will ruin her life. Should have thought of that before she committed crimes. This is about a watch. No, it's about theft, violation of trust, and apparent lack of consequences her entire life. I'm done enabling that. He sighed. "What do you want?" "Nothing. I want nothing from her. I want to never see or hear from her again. The state can handle the rest." Tuesday, Brooke tried a new strategy. She had Trevor from her work message me. "Bro, she got fired. Happy now?" Why would that make me happy or unhappy? It's just a consequence. She's going to be homeless. She has parents and a grandmother who can apparently have heart problems on command. "You're ice cold, man." "No, I just have boundaries." Wednesday, Jerome got officially charged with running a fencing operation. 11 counts. Local news picked it up. Pawn shop owner charged in theft ring, investigation ongoing. Brooke wasn't named, but anyone who knew her knew. Deidre texted from another blocked number. "You've ruined our entire family." Jerome was helping people. Helping people sell stolen goods? He didn't know they were stolen. Ignorance isn't a defense. Also, he definitely knew. Brooke could go to prison. Yes, for a watch. For theft. The watch is just what she stole. "I'll give you $20,000 to make this go away." "You don't have $20,000. I'll get it." Still no. She sent 17 more texts, each more unhinged than the last. The final one was just keyboard smashing and emojis. Thursday, plot twist. Robert called again. "I want to apologize, okay? I looked into everything. The watch, Jerome's business, all of it. You did the right thing." Thanks? Deidre's been babying Brooke her whole life. Never let her face consequences. Remember when Brooke told you her college roommate was crazy and made up lies about her? Yeah? Brooke stole her laptop and textbooks, sold them for spring break money. We paid the girl off to not press charges. Jesus, there's more. 3 jobs she lost for personality conflicts. Theft. Every time. Deidre always fixed it, made it go away. Why are you telling me this? Because I'm done. Filed for divorce Monday. 47, 28 years of enabling this dysfunction. I'm out. Good for you. You got lucky, son. 2 years, I've wasted 3 decades. Final update. The hearing was yesterday. Brooke showed up in a black dress, looking like she was attending a funeral. Her own, hopefully. Deidre was there in full leopard print glory. Robert sat on my side of the courtroom. Deidre looked like she wanted to set him on fire. The prosecutor laid it all out. Theft of property over $10,000, felony, conspiracy to sell stolen goods, filing a false crowdfunding campaign, wire fraud, violating a no-contact order. Brooke's lawyer tried the sob story approach. Miss Hawthorne was planning her wedding. She made an impulsive decision based on financial stress and societal pressure to have a perfect ceremony. The judge, a woman who looked like she'd heard every excuse ever invented, was not moved. Miss Hawthorne, did you take the watch? Yes, but did you have permission? We were engaged. Did you have permission? No. Did you sell it for a future? Yes or no? Yes. The judge reviewed everything, including the crowdfunding confession and social media posts. Miss Hawthorne, you've shown zero remorse. You've blamed everyone but yourself. You've harassed the victim, involved your family in harassment, and attempted to profit from your crime through fraud. I see a pattern of entitlement and escalation. Brooke started crying. Not pretty tears, the ugly, snotty kind. Verdict, guilty on all charges. Sentencing, 18 months probation, 200 hours community service. Restitution of $12,000 to be paid within 2 years. Felony on her record. She completely lost it. This is insane. It was just a watch. The judge, no, it was a theft of a valuable family heirloom that you sold for personal gain. Remove her from my courtroom. Deidre screamed, this is a miscarriage of justice. The judge, ma'am, continue and you'll be held in contempt. Robert just shook his head and left. Outside the courthouse, Brooke tried one more time. Alex, please, you've proven your point. Can't we work this out? No. I loved you. You loved what you thought you could get from me. That's not true. You sold my dead father's last gift to me for shoes, Brooke. If that's love, I'll pass. Qley was filming again. Heartless ex-boyfriend sends woman to... The prosecutor walked by. Ma'am, posting that video would violate your sister's probation terms regarding social media use in connection with this case. She put the phone down real quick. Last I heard, through the grapevine, Brooke is living with Deidre. She's working at a call center, only place that would hire her with the felony. Jerome took a plea deal, 3 years, out in 18 months with good behavior. Deidre and Robert's divorce is getting messy. She wants alimony. He has recordings of her admitting to covering up Brooke's thefts for years. Qley started a podcast about surviving narcissistic abuse. It has 3 listeners. Rose had another heart episode when she found out Robert isn't paying for her assisted living anymore. As for me, I'm good. Started seeing Quinn, a woman from my boxing gym. First thing she said when I told her this story. Wait, she stole from you and bought shoes? Not even nice shoes? They were Louboutins. Still trash behavior though. She gets it. I keep Dad's watch in a safety deposit box now. It's been professionally serviced and authenticated. The documentation includes a note, previous theft attempted, recovered via legal action. The watch repair guy laughed. Bet that's a story. You have no idea. To everyone asking if I feel bad about the felony charge, no. She had multiple opportunities to make this right. She chose escalation every time. Brooke thought I was weak because I was quiet. Turns out, quiet people just save their energy for when it counts. And to answer the most asked question, yes, the shoes got returned. The store wouldn't take them back, worn, so they were sold to pay for her lawyer. She netted $300 for $2,000 shoes. Even her bad decisions have bad ROI. My dad always said, a man's character is shown not when he speaks, but when he acts. I acted. I regret nothing. Edit. Stop DMing me asking for Brooke's social media. Let it go. Also, Quinn says hi and wants everyone to know she's trained in MMA, so don't even think about sliding into my DMs with weird stuff. Edit 2. Brooke's probation officer reached out because she listed me as a character reference. The audacity is astronomical. I declined. Edit 3. Jerome's shop is permanently closed. There's a boba tea place there now. It's actually pretty good.